Today's video is brought to you by ablmerch.com. Grab your I Survived the Pandemic hats, t-shirts, stickers, mugs, and more through the link in the description box below. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk more about the woke military. I did a video, one of those crazy ads they had out with the lady with the BLM feminist shirt. I did a video about that, but we have yet another ad. And this time, I want to do a little bit of compare and contrast between our ad over here in the U.S. and ads in China and Russia for their military. So if you want to see this full thing without my commentary, I'll link to it in the description box. But what we're going to do right now is go ahead and roll it. As it's playing, I'll stop it at certain points to just interject and drop my 2 cents. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep, detailed analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
我们已经习惯打倒。
我军到！专利动员大会现在开始。
一声到。
See, already I'm seeing a strong sense of nationalism, national pride, men that are, clean shaved, square jaw, ready for action. That's what I see right now. I don't know what they're saying. I don't speak Mandarin, Canto, whatever they're talking. I don't speak that, but I can see right away that this ad exudes strength and not weakness.
是一句承诺。
军长同志，一方前准备完毕，请指示。什么？战！
一声道，是一种割舍。
Look at that. Clean uniforms.
一声道，是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战军群已修订完善作战。
So they're showing everything. They're showing the ground troops. They're talking about going to space. They had the space suits. Then they're showing the cyber part, which is really important because that's going to be the wave of the future. And a lot of these guys, man, they even really go out on the battlefield, but this is very important as well. And it gives them a sense of pride. They're not just, computer nerds or whatever they're called here in the States or even over there. They have a really important role for the progression of their nation and for the security of their nation. I'm not a pro-Chinese person. I'm just saying what the ad represents for them. I'll just put myself in their shoes. And show the weapons. Tanks. No, they love their tanks. Remember Tiananmen Square? Don't forget that. They love them tanks.
我们用生命扛起使命。 我们用忠诚筑起长城。
One thing I've not really seen, I don't think I've really seen any women in this ad at all. Maybe there have been some, but I don't recall seeing any. And, I'm not seeing dreadlocks and crazy batwing eyelashes and lipstick and stupid stuff like that if there are any women in here. I'm seeing everybody's uniform, clean cut, ready for action, not for a safe space to be.
改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我
And the president in the ad.
改革创新与时俱进，是人民军队。
And that's great to see him out there with the weapons, shaking hands. That's what you got to be doing. That's what you should be doing as a leader, is being out there with your troops.
不断发展的康庄大道。人民军队的力量来自改革创新，人民军队的胜利来自改革创新。
祖国召唤，我必到。
若有战，终必回。
一声到，一声到。
Great commercial. Again, not a fan of the Chinese government or anything, so don't get that twisted. But just from an objective point of view, that is a great ad for their military.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни.
Now we go to Russia and see how their ads look.
То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует. Теперь важно то.
Now, you got a woman in the ad right here, but she's like laying in the field with her man, and that's kind of like the natural order of things. That's the way it should be. If you play that over here in the States, that's somehow sexist and misogynistic and all this, that, and the third. But in reality, that's more like the way things should be.
Кем ты будешь сегодня? Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Узнать себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения. Каждый день здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать. Командир здесь только для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть в нем врага. Потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле...
And again, these guys are dead serious. It's not time for play. These guys are on a mission. You know, square jaw, clean shave, ready for action. Period. This is their military. They have a job to do, and it's not to be some kind of social justice warrior's dream or experiment.
Главный враг — это ты. Вчерашний.
Out there in the cold.
Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад победителем. Потому что завтра первый день твоей новой жизни.
Again, great ad. Now we go to the U.S. And straight away, we got to just play into the whole diversity thing. And straight away, it's soft and kind of weak. Immediately, that's the kind of vibe I get. A cartoon is what we're going to do. So we go from, you know, real action, real live action to cartoons. Alrighty. And these are adults we're trying to attract. Strong adults that go into the military.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
Hey, that's great, but that's a great little system, but it would have been better if it were, you know, the actual thing that you could see in person.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms.
See, we're not even 30 seconds in, and you have the whole diversity thing with different races. You got cartoon imagery to kind of make it look softer, and then you have the whole LGBT thing and also the feminist agenda. You know, we're strong women, all this and that and the third. We got two moms. For the military, this is not a Lifetime movie. This is a military ad. Remember that. Just remember that as we watch.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Okay, so now they're just kind of like they're pandering to the BLM and Antifa. They're pandering to that type of crowd. That's really what's going on. That's, you know, she got a megaphone and different races and all this and that. You're pandering to that crowd. So this is kind of dangerous on top of just really being soft.
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life.
Now, let's just pause right here. Remember I said in the first video from China that there were no women in it, and if there were any, you couldn't tell them apart from the men because everybody was strong jaw, clean shave, ready for battle, not in any of this nonsense. But in this one, it's all women. You can't even really see a man at all. I've not really seen men. I was just seeing women.
I said women!
2 moms. I'm in a sorority. I'm surrounded by women. That's all this whole commercial is about.
Sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
All right, so that's that. All right, so we made it through that. You heard that, you saw that. Now, there's so much to say, but I've kind of already said it throughout the video as I was playing it with you guys. The main thing to see there is that the ads from China and Russia exude strength. They exude masculinity. They are attractive to people that are going to be there for the purpose of defending the country and not to try and find a safe place or a gender non-conforming space or anything like that. They're not trying to scam the military. They're not trying to scam their country. They're trying to serve their country. Right now, the United States ad was more about just trying to pander to certain little groups and little organizations. You got Black Lives Matter pandering. You got the LGBT pandering. You got the feminist groups pandering. You have all of that in there. And it's less about the military. It's more about trying to please those other groups. And then my question would be, what kind of recruits are you going to get from that? Okay, you're going to get women in there that think they could just climb that wall with the upper body strength, and they're not able to do it. And then when they're not able to climb that wall, then they're going to say, oh, this is sexism. This is discrimination. You got to lower the standards because women have to be able to get in just like men. We need to be judged on the same level. So what they're going to do is reduce the level. And how is that going to help the military? You know, one thing that we have to our advantage as a U.S. is our status in the world as like the leading force, and also, you know, our technology. We got plenty of nuclear warheads. We got a lot of different things going on. So I think that can really protect us. But if we're going to have a bunch of SJW people as our next, group of military recruits, I fear for the country. I really do. But shout out to everybody that's in the military right now, because I know a lot of you guys, you call the show, you hit me up. I know you guys personally, you guys are not with the nonsense. So shout out to you guys for being there. You know, you got to just, hold your ground, be the last guard in the military, because you don't want to have the woke folks come in there. I'm seeing these commercials for every branch. They're trying to turn the military into a different thing. They're trying to make it woke. Matter of fact, I saw a guy I think he's from the Space Force. He got relieved of duty. I'm not really sure what that means. Did he get discharged? I'm not really sure what's going on. But anyway, he was quote unquote relieved of duty because he was saying that critical race theory was Marxism. When stuff like that is happening, there's a serious problem, and we need to address that problem at a very early age. You're talking about kindergarten, straight away when they're children, so they don't grow up to make commercials like this for the military. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about those commercials? Which one was the best? Which one was the worst? Regardless of how you feel about the countries, I'm not trying to say, do you like China? Do you like Russia? I'm talking about objectively the commercials. Which one do you think sent the best message? How about the worst message? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I stand. The China and Russia commercials were accurate. They were correct. They were appropriate. But the U.S. commercial was totally inappropriate. If you're trying to push some new pilot for a TV show about, 2 moms and their daughter, and she grew up to be a military, okay, that's cool. That's great for that. But not to try and recruit people for the military. That shouldn't be what that's for. Somebody in uniform is actually in the military right now talking about, my name is X, Y, and Z, and I'm in the military. That's totally, totally wrong. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share. and subscribe. Peace.